I had a really bad culture shock for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
It's very different than the West, and it honestly much better. I think it cracked me open, and after that, I was like, oh, the world in my hometown is too small. The first thing is the being immersed in Chinese, and I mean Chinese not in the sense of nation, but like 华人, like the Chinese culture. And it was such a like hitting a wall when I came here because there's a breakdown of everything. Like a breakdown of the family, a breakdown of their relationship with their parents, the old people in an old age home, instead of being loved and cared for, they're dying alone. Like it's heartbreaking. Going to be fluent. I'm going to be one of those 外国人 that's like fluent in Mandarin. And everyone's cheering you on and everyone's getting together and having fun. Like it's so much a community event. It's really fun. Because I feel the West has lost it. Like they don't get it. It's broken. The West is broken.
Yeah,
so
sad.
I really want to learn how to be a good member of society here. I realized like, oh my God.
Hi, 大家好，欢迎来 Welcome to Taiwan. Today we are in Taipei to have a chat with our Canadian friend. And before we go, please don't forget to click that subscription button, like the video, and help us share if you can. Also, you can become a channel member. We have raffle draws to give 10 prizes to our channel members. So be a channel member and you have a chance of winning something a month.
My nickname is Akemi, and Chinese name is Hai Ming Mei. And I've been in Taiwan for 9 years. I grew up in Canada, but I left my home country quite a long time ago, 2004. I never moved back, so I've been living in different places around the world for many years. My first time going outside my own country, I was in grade 9. I went to live in the Caribbean in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for a whole year. And it was so opposite and different to my culture where I grew up. I was like the only white girl, and I couldn't understand everyone speaking like the patois around me and stuff like that. And it was just like being thrown into the world, like being thrown outside your bubble of your home village or whatever, the way you grew up and the people you know and the food you eat, like just everything was different. I think it cracked me open, and after that I was like, oh, the world in my hometown is too small. It really opened my world, and then after I had that such a life-changing experience, I didn't feel like comfortable just staying in my hometown. So I always had like an itchy travel itch to go abroad and see many things that I was curious about. In college, I was finishing my degree, and they asked us, please go take some classes in other parts of the university just to round out your credits, right? And it has to be something you don't know anything about, just for fun. Pick a 100 level class in different areas. And one of the classes that I chose was East Asian philosophy, religions of East Asia. So I was studying like Buddhism and Taoism and Hinduism and history of British going into India and all this stuff. And I was like, I gotta get over there. This is so interesting. I guess that was like the seed of being curious about Asia and wanting to go to Asia and having this dream of living in Asia. I went to California first and did my master's in Chinese medicine.
So you are a Chinese medicine
I'm a
doctor?
Chinese medicine doctor. And my graduation trip, some girls and I, we went to Hong Kong. I was pretty much like fell in love once I went to Hong Kong. Like it was so exciting. And I wanted to move there so badly. I had a friend, he was one of those 外国人 who's like been living here for, married a Taiwanese girl and lived here for 10 years or something. And he did his PhD in Hong Kong, and he traveled to mainland China doing all this stuff with Chinese medicine and herbs and things like that. And he said, you should go to Taiwan. You would love it there. Your personality, you would make so many friends. It's a perfect place for you. And I just thought, why not? I'll just go. I ended up moving here by myself. I didn't know anyone. I couldn't speak any Mandarin at all. Yeah, I haven't left.
What are some of the challenges when you first arrived here?
I had a really bad culture shock for the first 3 months. I had basically enrolled in the language school. A lot of people do that when they first come here. I will admit, okay, this was my humbling experience. I was an academic in Canada before I moved here, and I thought I was pretty smart. Back then, I thought I was pretty smart, and I thought, I've studied all these languages and European languages and stuff like that. I'm gonna do great at Mandarin. I'm gonna be able to learn it really quickly. I'm gonna be fluent. I'm gonna be one of those 外国人 that's fluent in Mandarin. I just wanted that so bad. And then it was such a hitting a wall when I came here because I realized oh my God, it's actually really, really difficult language. And for me, it was it just was so much more difficult than I ever realized. And I still am terrible at the amount of language I've learned in 9 years. It's very small. I think it's the opposite to English. The grammar is the opposite, and the writing is very difficult to do and difficult to learn. And yeah, it humbled me a lot.
Some Taiwanese will say they feel the same way because English also is kind of opposite to what they've learned, what they grow up with. But most of them will continue to learn it and improve and become better in it. So what is maybe one thing that you find very difficult to get grasp of in Chinese?
For me, I stumble with the grammar. A lot of people will say to you, Chinese is easy. They don't have any grammar. You'll hear native speakers say this all the time. Well, I have heard them say this to me all the time. Chinese is so easy. We don't have any grammar. That's not true. It's the opposite. So every time I want to put a sentence together, I will think about it in English first, and then I will try to think how you say it in Chinese, and it's the absolute backwards. And Chinese first language speakers just think it's so easy, but in English, maybe I will say if I'm making a coffee date or something, hey, do you want to go meet at the coffee shop at Guting at on Friday at 2 p.m. or something like that?
Hey, do you want to go
meet at the coffee shop in Guting, which is the neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. At 2 p.m.
on Friday.
On Friday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in Chinese, first you have to say the location. So, I won't even do this right because I always get it wrong. You have to decide the biggest location down to the smallest location. So maybe you're gonna go 在Guting, here's the neighborhood, and then the name of the coffee shop, Xinbaku, Starbucks or something. Mm-hmm. And then then the date and the time has to be from big to small. So maybe Friday, and then 2 p.m. And then you and me want go 喝咖啡, maybe that. And then did you see it just took me 10 minutes to figure that out. So imagine how slow I am when I speak Mandarin. I'm either slow or I make tons of mistakes.
Probably if you're writing, maybe you could pay attention to those kind of grammatical errors. But when speaking, even for those that are learning the English language, usually you tell them not to pay too much attention to grammar when they're speaking. What is important is for people to understand you. So don't pay too much attention to the grammar.
Okay.
Speak, express yourself the way people can understand you. I think most of them, they tend to understand what you mean. So in time, you will catch up the little grammar details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. 谢谢老师.
So you've been in Taiwan for 9 years. What has Taiwan taught you?
Oh my gosh, so much. The first thing is the being immersed in Chinese, and I mean Chinese not in the sense of nation, but 华人, the Chinese culture. It was one of the things that really drew me, right? Because Chinese culture is this family-oriented, interconnected, extended family culture. Mm-hmm. That had a great appeal to me.
Yeah.
It's very different than the West, and it honestly much better, because in the West, you will see just a breakdown. There's a breakdown of everything, a breakdown of the family, a breakdown of their relationship with their parents, the old people in an old age home, instead of being loved and cared for, they're dying alone. It's heartbreaking. Actually, as a kid, I felt incredible sadness over that. That bothered me a lot. And when I was in Chinese medicine school, I had this idea, I love this medicine. It's it's a hands-on medicine you can do to take care of your parents when they're old, and your family members when they're getting old, or your sister-in-law when she's having a baby. It's so practical, right? It's just a way of caring for your community. Yeah, so that was a big draw for me, and it did not disappoint. Like, I remember when I first got here, I went to that oldest temple in like Dihuajie. There's this really old city god temple. That was the temple first established when people came over from China and they set up Taipei. They made this temple, and there's some gods there that are not anywhere else in Taiwan, okay? And I'm really into that. So I went there and I told, like, paid to the people who teach at the temple, like, take me around. I want to do like the official ritual and introduce myself to the gods of Taiwan and tell them who I am and why I'm here and ask for their blessing, right? So I did it, and I remember I prayed to, in the back room, there's like the gods of the home. Like, there's a god for the house and the mother-in-law relationship, and to help you with get along with your family members and everything, right? You can pray to them when you want to get pregnant and have children. Like, it's all about the home and the family life. And I went to them and I said, I really want to learn how to be a good member of society here. Like, how to be a good mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, community member. Like, I want that. Like, teach me how to be a good human in society. Because I feel the West has lost it. Like, they don't get it. It's broken. The West is broken.
Yeah,
so
it's sad.
I was just like, I really want to learn that. I think it's really important to human health and our future. Actually, future on our planet. We need to be able to get along and take care of each other again. I think it's a healing that needs to happen. So I pray for that. And I went back there like a year ago or something. It was like my anniversary of being here, and I was like, thank you. Like,
prayer has been answered.
You gave me everything I asked for. Like,
so anyone wishes to improve yourself, get to the gods, and prayers be answered.
They
and
listen
you become
in Taiwan. They do it. I was obsessed with the whole Taoism thing here because it's unique, right? And so I, of course, was interested in Taiwan because theirs is unique. Like, you know that Matsu festival with the procession? Like, people come from all over the world to go and witness that, you know? And I went there, of course.
Wow,
oh, yeah, I went like 2 years in a row. And I went in the procession, and they were so tickled that a foreigner was there, so interested. They pushed me right up to the god, and I got to touch the god, and I was like, oh, my God! Yeah. I find that fascinating, and I think it's really nice how it's connected to family. Like I was saying, you know, you can go to the temple and pray to get good grades on your test at school, or to help you have children, or to help you have a more harmonious relationship with your family members or whatever. I just think it's sweet. It's sweet. It's very interesting, and those gods have interesting stories.
I think there's one thing that I failed to do here in Taiwan, to attend one of these Manzu marches. I think I should. I've been thinking about it, talking about it, but still I haven't been able to. It's
such a cool experience of community in the countryside. Like, it's so different than Taipei. Like, Taipei, we're all like in office buildings and stuff, but out in like Chiayi and stuff like that, you're on the side of the road. All the aunties are out under tents in the sun feeding you while you're walking because it's hot, and everyone's cheering you on, and everyone's getting together and having fun. Like, it's so much a community event. It's really fun.
Yeah, I've spoken to many people that have recommended that if you're here as a foreigner, you have to go.
You gotta go.
Yeah. What do you have in your country that you miss not having here in Taiwan?
Just my parents. Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't miss the food. Well, maybe sometimes I'll cook potatoes. That's about it.
One thing that Taiwanese do that is different from what Canadians do.
Oh, I will get my feelings hurt regularly from this and have to remind myself that it's just a cultural difference. It's okay. I can calm down. They don't hold the door for you when they go, you know? Okay, this is a big thing in Canadian culture. We're always, it's a little bit like Japanese. We're always like, you first, no, you first. Like, that's a thing in Canadian culture. So if you and I are approaching a door at the same time, the polite thing for me to do is to step back and allow you to go through the door before me. Or if I'm going through the door and you're coming, I will see you and I will hold the door until you come.
Yeah.
But this is never a thing here. And then people here will just be rushing to get through the door before you or something like that. And I always have to go, it's okay, Kemi. They like you. It's all right. They just don't know. It's just a Canadian thing. Don't be hurt.
All right. Do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
Thank you for having us here. Thank you for being so friendly to foreigners, for making us feel like inviting us to participate. I love that the most about Taiwanese people is that if you show up and you're interested, they're like thrilled that you want to participate, and they just bring you right in. Like, here, learn this. You want to learn how to cook something? You want to learn how to talk? You want to learn what we're doing at this temple or this, how to hike in the mountains or whatever? Like, they will just be like, oh, you're interested? Come on. I love that about them.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for sharing your life experience in living in Taiwan, and hope you continue to enjoy your stay here in Taiwan.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for teaching me Chinese.
My horrible Chinese. Okay, Gansie ni Sokan. If you like the video or you don't like the video, don't forget to please leave a comment and tell us what part of the video you don't like and where we could improve. And see you in my next video.